From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your weather tonight.
Quiet weather as we head through the rest of the late evening and the overnight hours toward daybreak. Here's your hourly forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies out there with a light northerly wind between 3 and 7 miles per hour, dropping out the 70s into the 60s and then getting down somewhere between the upper 50s and the lower 60s for your morning lows. Then we start to warm up through the 60s into the 70s by 10 a.m. and we'll be into the upper 70s and lower 80s for daytime highs as we head into the afternoon. Here's Futurecast tonight. Just a few clouds around, but Futurecast is overdoing the cloud cover tonight, and I think it's going to be overdoing the cloud cover for Wednesday as well, dropping down by daybreak into the upper 50s and lower 60s here with mostly clear skies. A few clouds at times coming in from the north on a Wednesday, but not quite as cloudy as what we see here. And then a northerly wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour for your Wednesday, otherwise mostly sunny out there. Daytime highs between the upper 70s and the low to mid 80s. Lower humidity, so it's going to be comfortable, not feeling like mid-August out there across the Tennessee Valley, falling back toward the 70s as we head into the early evening hours and back into the 60s as we head overnight tomorrow night. Probably once again waking up in the upper 50s and lower 60s again early on your Thursday morning around daybreak as well. High pressure centering over the area, just a few clouds at times for Wednesday, and then it shifts off to the east on Thursday. Cold front approaching from the Midwest, but there will be no rain across the area from that. It's a dry cold front coming in, just reinforcing the dry air mass here for a few more days before we head into the late weekend and early next week. But temperatures will be on the uphill slide as we head late week into weekend and early next week as well, but no runaway heat here for at least the next 5 to 7 days. Upper 70s, lower 80s here for our Wednesday, and then we start warming back into the mid 80s Thursday and Friday, upper 80s, lower 90s again, back to seasonable averages as we head to the weekend and early next week. We are watching the tropics. No big systems out there right now, but we have a couple of tropical waves in the eastern Atlantic. We're watching carefully. National Hurricane Center also watching these as well. The low probability they may become tropical depressions or tropical storms over the next 7 days. There's some computer model output also showing the possibility, at least a low probability, of maybe a homegrown tropical depression in the western Gulf that may bring some rain to the upper Texas coast. No impact here locally in the Tennessee Valley, if that even does happen. Not certain on that. The big takeaway is pretty good agreement that no support for a big United States threat for at least the next 7 days. We'll be watching carefully here as you get that first cup of coffee in the morning. Upper 50s, lower 60s to start with mostly clear skies. And then we warm up into the upper 70s and the lower 80s by the afternoon. Just a few passing clouds at times. No rain chances here. A little warmer for your Thursday and Friday, back into the mid 80s. Still mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Rain chances don't return all the way through Tuesday of next week, but we do start to warm up over the weekend, back closer to 90 by Sunday and into the lower 90s as we enter the first part of next week. There's your latest 7-day forecast. Kelly Rosson's back in the Weather Center tomorrow morning with another check of your local weather.